is the final recap of Cenk Uygur's campaign on the Soyless Math Show. Yes! Cenk Uygur is retarded and unlikable. He's trying to win an election, which is a popularity contest. He didn't have a chance, and it has been nothing but a disaster. But I don't wanna keep you waiting. Let's begin with the best, funniest part of the disaster that has been the Cenk Uygur campaign.
And it was, in essence, political terrorism, and it totally worked.
A terrorist attack! Holy shit!
On Saturday night, there was a forum at a Muslim American event in Palmdale at a community center there for the candidates. A bunch of Trump supporters came and busted up the event, literally. And they absolutely destroyed the forum. The police would not remove them. They would not remove them. So they would not let any of the candidates finish any of their answers. And it was, in essence, political terrorism, and it totally worked because the police wouldn't remove them from the building.
Don't worry, everyone. I have the footage.
I'm not a normal Democrat. I'm not a run-of-the-mill Democrat. I don't know if this is working. No. Okay. All right. Trying to ban them is pure bigotry. And if the Republican Party agrees with Donald Trump, and they almost always do 100% of the politicians, then call them what they are. You are bigots. And by the way, if you vote with them, you're
a liar.
Also bigots.
You're a liar.
Okay, no, you're a bigot.
You're a liar.
You're a bigot if you're
a liar.
You see this? You counter-strike.
You're a liar.
You do not tolerate bigotry in this country.
Don't degrade my president or his wife.
Well, second
Okay?
for you, I will, and when I get
Do
there,
not do that.
kick his ass.
Do not do that.
This is a forum where we are debating the issues. And if I don't agree with Trump, I'm an American, and I will say that. And you will stand down.
And I will say what I want to say then.
Not here.
Yes, I do.
Wait. Hold on a second. Listen to me.
No.
It was, in essence, political terrorism, and it totally worked.
Yes, call the sheriff.
Yeah, call the sheriff because we're not leaving. They don't want to hear something. That's a lie. You made a statement about our president, okay? And I rebutted what you said. I have the right to express my opinion, whether you like it or not. You are expressing your opinion.
Local news not covering it at all.
Yes, they did.
It started out as an educational candidate forum for the 25th Congressional District, but quickly turned into a shouting match.
When they say Muslim ban, I say Trump wife ban. You are bigots. And by the way, if you vote with them, you're
a liar.
Also bigots.
You're a liar.
Okay, no, you're a bigot.
You're a liar.
And so they also yell at a candidate with a Muslim background. Now imagine if a bunch of Muslims went to an event and said all the Christians are by definition violent, which is another thing that they reference. All Muslims.
Oh, the YouTuber couldn't finish a video properly. By the way, this is the official Facebook of Cenk Uygur for Congress. He uses these Facebook videos to promote his campaign. And of course, this YouTuber can't make a fucking video.
If you testify in the Senate, there's no. I'm gonna go first. You guys aren't gonna see that. I don't want to tape the whole thing. I would. It's just.
The video froze. Look at the shot. They're just making fun of him. Oh.
No. Buttigieg.
They lost the audio.
It says the microphone turned off.
Usually when I talk about something I go in chronological order, but this time I'm going from funniest to even funnier.
Now, why am I not taking union money? Because when I back unions, I want you to know that I did it because I mean it, not because they bribed me or paid me to do it. I'm going to fight corporate power completely, and I'm going to back the unions, even if they don't back me, even if they don't give me money, even if they reject me publicly, because I don't give a damn about the leadership of anything.
The crew of the Young Turks has organized. That's right, it's a TYT union.
The union forever defending our rights. Down with the black flag, all workers unite.
We are proud to work behind the scenes at TYT to create online content that's bold, entertaining, and blah blah. Today, the Young Turks refused voluntary recognition of the TYT union. This is a disappointing decision from an organization that presents itself as progressive. Union buster Cenk Uygur, how dare you? Don't you know? The union is forever defending our rights. When we announced our decision to go union with IATSE over a week ago, we had hoped the Young Turks would respect our choice and voluntarily recognize our union. We are dismayed to report that they have refused. Union buster Cenk Uygur, how dare you? Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is supporting the TYT union. See? On Twitter, TYT union followers. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is following the TYT union on Twitter. Also, MLP, My Little Pony, My Little Proletarian. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is supporting the union. No! Cenk Uygur begged and threatened employees to forget about that silly TYT union thing. It didn't work, and they went to the Huffington Post to tell them everything about it. Here's the article. The Young Turks progressive founder urged his staffers not to unionize. Top leadership at the Progressive News Network, the Young Turks, held an all-staff meeting. His talk, at times emotional, the staffer said, with Uygur throwing papers at the ground at one point and chastising an employee, seemed to contradict the progressive workers' first ethos that TYT broadcast to its millions of lefty followers. Oh, maybe they're phonies. This is a quote from Cenk Uygur. The reality is we are in a precarious position. We are in a digital media landscape where almost no one makes money.
We actually did get an investment that was announced yesterday. It's $20 million.
Stop remembering things, Jesus Christ! Also, it may be the first coincidence that I love, the first person to follow, unlikely because he kinda confessed, the person who created the TYT Union Twitter account where everything began, is this guy, Cali Callahan, who is the main organizer behind MPEG 700. MPEG 700, the Motion Picture Editors Guild of the IATSE, and the IATSE endorsed Cenk Uygur's opponent, Christy Smith. Oh, look at that! As a former union leader, I'm proud to stand with them today and every day. Also, Cenk Uygur, how is that whole progressive thing working out for you? Amidst this fiery union fight, Anna Kasparian won't be hosting the Young Turks show in the near future because of an unannounced vacation.
What happened to you in Europe? She goes on a European vacation, she finds herself, and suddenly she's all zen.
Let's be clear, I did not.
Not a vacation, not a
vacation. It was far from a vacation. I had a great time, but there was a lot of work that went into it.
It was a resort security conference, like so many people do these days.
Right, yeah.
Right after she came back from a vacation, she went on another unannounced vacation. Also, she's begging on Twitter everyone to stop demanding a statement from her. Cenk Uygur also stopped showing up to his own show. The replacements are openly mocking the show. Holy shit!
Hello and welcome back to another week here at the Young Turks with Emma Vigland.
What?
Thanks for having me. I'm filling in for some person named Anna.
So this week, the show will be called The Young Damage. The Young Report, maybe?
Yes. The Damaged Turks? No, that doesn't sound as good.
So, what are you gonna do now? Okay.
Destroy your stupid company, you weak pussy.
Why are the unions back here?
And of course, being so against political donations. Cenk Uygur, from the beginning of his campaign, emphasized more than anything else political donations.
If we raise more money than my establishment opponent, the media will have to call us the leading candidate in this race, and it will drive them nuts.
Give me money to make them angry.
By the way, you want to throw a couple bucks in? We're not going to argue with you. We got a lot of people giving us heat, so it'd be great to fight back against them.
We tried to raise $200,000 in 48 hours. Yes, we did it. In fact, we did it in 19 hours. So then we got audacious and said, okay, we're gonna try to raise $400,000 in 48 hours. That would double it. The establishment is scared because they see us raising this record amount of money. Put a little bit more fear in them. Let's do it.
Now I have to do the most unpleasant part of campaigning. Call people I know, including my friends, and ask them for campaign donations. It's painful.
The LA County Democratic Party says Cenk Uygur does not belong in Congress.
Well, look, man, I was jank2020.com, okay? Because every time these sons of bitches attack me, you guys give whatever you can. $1, $5, $10, $27 if you can. That would be amazing. And so this time, when they all attacked me at the same time, we raised a ton of money. Now it's backfired.
Really?
Yes. Great. So what are you gonna do now? Okay.
If I were the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, where you are pleasuring the animal.
Legal bestiality, that's nuts. That's Cenk Uygur. Too crazy, too radical, even for California. Drain the DC Swamp Pack is responsible for the contents of this message.
Drain the DC Swamp Pack spent $4,175 against Cenk Uygur. The ad ran on TV.
So, what are you gonna do now? Okay.
The DCCC announced that they're gonna spend a lot of money to make sure a progressive doesn't get the seat. What? So they've broken all of their rules to make sure they can spend money against my campaign to defeat a fellow Democrat. The only way to fight back for now, guys, is jank2020.com/go. Because we're just trying to get to $50,000 right now because of this. They're gonna spend way more than that. Could you imagine if we raised more money from you guys because the DCCC came in than the DCCC gave to Christie, my opponent?
I am the leading candidate in the race. The reporters sometimes will say at the end of our article, but the leading candidate is Christie Smith. Based on what? You've never done a single poll. But Nancy Pelosi backs her. Nancy Pelosi's not in the district. She doesn't vote. Okay, so nobody cares. In fact, that might do her more damage than good. Okay, and so why have you declared her the front runner? Right now, for all that we can see, I have more money. Okay, if I'm leaning on money, then why aren't you declaring me the front runner? Because you're biased and you hate progressives. So just own it.
But to be fair, Cenk Uygur got $1 million, which is less than Christie Smith, his Democrat opponent, which is less than the Republican opponent, Garcia. Ajajay. Also, if you notice this, Garcia already spent almost all of his money. So has Christie Smith. But Cenk Uygur, most of his money he hasn't spent.
And we spend it way better. We treasure every dollar you guys give us because we've got to turn that into reaching voters and winning over voters.
And according to the Federal Election Commission, recipient name CNK, Cenk for Congress gave someone called Cenk Uygur, Trump please, $10K. Oy vey! What a coincidence! But the heart of Cenk Uygur's campaign is the money. But Cenk Uygur's campaign has a second heart. That's the people, the volunteers.
You don't need $8.5 million from corporate donors, whether you're Republican or Democrat, okay? What you need is fighters.
I am a fighter.
And not just donations, guys. jank2020.com, because I need volunteers.
Okay, I'll do it. Look at the URL. A kid. What? And now that I am an official Cenk Uygur campaign volunteer, I can tell you with complete authority that it's nothing more than a fucking email chain where they keep asking you for money over and 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 over again. And a chat called Slacker. Here it is. It's similar to Discord and they use it to organize everything from canvassing to phone calling, to the point that you are not even a volunteer if you're not in this chat. Guess how many people are in this chat? Oh, such a small number.
If I have literally 1,000 more volunteers than everyone else combined, how am I not the leading candidate?
But that's not the real number. You see, most of these volunteers are fake. Most of them are only hanging out in this group called the social media team, where they do nothing else other than like videos and retweet tweets and false flag shit. You know, things that don't matter for a political campaign. No. When it comes to things that really matter, like canvassing, they only have 101, because I'm one of them, volunteers.
If I have literally 1,000 more volunteers than everyone else combined, how am I not the leading candidate?
Fucking liar! Liar! Boo! Fraud! You're a fraud. Maybe I'll talk about this secret chat more on another video, but maybe not, because they barely post anything. It's kind of dead. But I did find something very interesting.
What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over everything you need to know in order to go canvass for Cenk during GOTV. My name is Monique. I'll be running the training today. I want to take a minute to tell you why I'm supporting Cenk. For me personally, I have been going through immigration for a long, long time. Because I'm not a US citizen, I can't vote.
The Mexicans are interfering with the US elections.
It's also vital that you trust that social pressure works. The script is written to reflect that. Yes, we know that pointing out to people that their voting record is public information isn't exactly the most comfortable way to have a conversation about voting.
So they have an illegal, differently documented Mexican telling the gringos how to manipulate people into voting for Cenk Uygur. That's fucking weird. Fucking weird. But at least the actual volunteers that are canvassing in the state, in the county, are legally able to vote for Cenk Uygur, right?
So this one of our volunteers, as you can tell from the shirt.
I live in North Pole, Alaska. San Diego, San Francisco Bay. I currently live in Denver.
Okay, I gotta talk to Cynthia. Where's Cynthia?
She left.
Oh, she left already? Oh, and you're from Dallas. Okay, all right. So, Nick's here. Nick's from Australia, so it's not a big deal. Okay. June did the same from Seattle, so it's great to have him here. And Annalise's family is originally from Cuba. It's my wife's Chinese. Dustin, this morning, I said, where are you from, brother? And he said, I'm from Iowa, and I was on vacation. I decided, I'm just gonna come up here and canvass for you instead. Wow.
And I'm from Lancaster.
There you go!
Oh shit, he got one! Go! Cenk Uygur got one person who can legally vote for him. He's fucked.
Okay, Jimmy, you know what's happening when I'm knocking on doors? People are like, oh, you're that guy from the Young Turks.
Oh, really?
Oops, they know me already.
Oh,
okay.
really?
Hey, C-E-N-K, Cenk Uygur, two canvassers showed up at my door for you. I told them to take me off this list and threw their campaign material back at them. Told them they should be ashamed of canvassing for you, you piece of shit.
In our case, new digital ballots, there's only 4 people on the first page. They don't tell you that there are other pages. And you can vote after seeing the first page, not realizing that there are other pages with other candidates. I'm on the second page in one of the, remember I have the special election and the November election, the same ballot, same election. Okay, so I'm on the second page. I'm number 8 in one of them, and I'm on the third page in the other one. I'm number 12. So they got to keep scrolling and scrolling to find me. And they could just, if they hit one of the buttons that looks like, hey, maybe I find out more candidates, gone. They already voted. It's a disaster.
One of Cenk Uygur's biggest and first embarrassments throughout this campaign was to challenge his Democratic opponent to a debate. Debate me, bro. I meant, debate me, sister. He even got a bunch of people to sign a petition to make her debate, but she didn't care. So he had a debate without her.
Thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right.
Yeah, we'll understand.
Nothing goes well for Cenk Uygur. Oh, but don't worry. Now he debated the Republican, something Tacos Garcia.
My name is Cenk Uygur. Yes, the C is pronounced like a J. If you don't know, I do a show called the Young Turks. Lifetime views on that is 13 billion views. And for all the folks who have skeptical faces there's a thing called Google. You can look it up, okay? And honestly, Steve, you did that. You voted for that. So you should account for that. You raised everyone in here's taxes.
Please do not reference other candidates.
But that's a fact.
I understand. This is about your position, please.
Okay, my position is I would not vote like Steve Knight to increase your taxes. Okay, so...
Mr. Uygur, please.
She brags about her political endorsements. You know what that means, guys?
Mr.
That means
Uygur,
we're at the bottom.
could you talk more about your stances, please?
Yes, well, there's this very big contrast. You've heard my stances. You know that I'm a true blue Democrat. The other person in the race takes all the corporate money, take the lobbyist money. She takes Republican lobbyist money, who represents the Canadian landfill. Okay?
Mr. Uygur, your minute's up. Thank you. Ms. Lackey, please.
And finally, he got to debate Christy Smith. Finally, he got what he wanted. Or maybe he got what he deserves.
And it's a pleasure to be here tonight to speak directly to those people who can vote for me, and those are the folks who live in CA25. And so I'm going to focus on that tonight.
Get it? Because Cenk Uygur isn't from the district, so he cannot legally vote there.
But I gotta tell you something, guys, and look, it doesn't make me happy to say this, but it's important that you know, Christie has also taken money from Sempra. She took it from SHP PAC, and I do have to say, I would not take the endorsement of someone who slept with a congressional staffer. By the way, yes, Christie has taken money from BP.
Thank you. Time.
Everyone is true.
Oh, you thought this video was going on for too long? Now it's getting longer! Cenk Uygur is truly desperate and is now making up stories out of thin air. Shit that didn't happen. Or did it happen? To pretend he's a poor victim and there is a massive conspiracy against him, trying to kill him.
What else happened that I didn't expect? Well, a couple of nights ago, they broke into my car. And I opened the middle compartment. They didn't take the quarters. And that's weird.
They didn't take the pennies. Who sent them?
We're all guessing together. What do I know? I don't know the guy who did it. I don't know who sent them. I don't know anything about it other than what I just told you. But that's a hell of a thing to do, right? So why bother doing it? One, maybe they want the information in your glove compartment. And what are they going to do with that information? I don't know. Maybe they're looking for a key to your house. Maybe they're just looking to send a message. Jesus, man, what are these people doing? But, you know, in a sense, you should be proud because they're scared of you, right? Look around. They think, shit, these guys might come get us politically, right? The media's not going to believe me, and they know it. The media's on their side.
So I put that on Twitter, and of course the establishment hacks were like, oh, yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah, I bet that story's not true. Now, why do they say that? Because it's projection. Because their, leaders are fake politicians who lie all the time and make up stories nonstop. So they assume we do the same thing, right?
So there was a protest in front of our office today. All of a sudden, I'm running for office, a protest shows up. Now, it doesn't mean the people that are in the protest are in on it at all. But a couple folks at the top, they know. Who sent them?
Who sent them? Was it you, Christie? Was it Trump? Was it Obama?
A bunch of employees there that have nothing to do with anything, that didn't make any of the decisions. They're scared. And I got a couple people that called me on the way in, that's part of why I was late, crying. This is how jealously they want to guard their power. This is what they're willing to do, right?
Because their, leaders are fake politicians who lie all the time and make up stories nonstop. So they assume we do the same thing, right?
And this is the end of the video. To be honest, it could have been way longer, but I forgot that the election was the 3rd, that's right. Today, if you're watching the day I put this up on YouTube, my true viewers, my day one crew, that's right, it's today. Today. Will Cenk Uygur show up to his own show to talk about his final defeat? Will Bernie Sanders also do like shit to make Super Tuesday a super double defeat Tuesday of death for Cenk Uygur? Will he win? Anything could happen, right? I'm so excited, especially because Cenk Uygur is predicting a massive victory.
We think, based on the advertising and the way that we're doing it, we might be able to get, you know how we've been saying every dollar is a vote? That might actually be somewhat true. It's a little bit more, way more complicated than that, but there's a lot of truth to it. So cenk2020.com/go to make that happen. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon, all right? Maybe I'll see you in Lake LA. Come out here. By the way.
1 million votes! Could he do it? No, but everything is possible, right? Oh my god. Oh my god, let me tell you something. I'm so fucking excited. It's finally here. Death, suicide, supreme victory. What's gonna happen? I wanna know now. In just hours from now, Cenk Uygur might see his own suicide. He might see supreme victory. It might be a bittersweet day because Bernie Sanders is doing really well, but like 3 phonies running in the Democratic primary just stepped down to give their endorsement to that old guy that might be a pedophile. Oh, Biden. Could Biden defeat Bernie? Maybe, I don't know. I'll do a video soon with an update about the result of today, the Destiny Day of the Young Turks. I'll have a new video very soon. See you then. Soyless Matt Show is over. For now, but not forever. There is something immortal within me. It allows me to create power. Power to make new videos. See you soon.
Just retire. Go do something else. Go do something that pays money.